This is our first episode. What if it was brought to you by the number 2?
I'm sorry, this is not Sesame Street.
Welcome to the show. I'm Mike.
I'm Cicely.
And today we're going to talk about dual stick shooters.
Like Geometry Wars?
Exactly like Geometry Wars. 2 sticks, 1 ship, a whole lot of fun.
So we've searched through Xbox Live indie games to find 4 for you to see today.
And now, let's go take a close look at these 4 games. Beat Hazard is a visually stunning 1 to 2 player dual stick shooter that syncs action with music. The game comes with its own songs, but the real fun is playing music from your personal collection. While the game will work with any music track, songs with heavy bass beats like techno and pop work best. You might want to stay away from your Andrew Lloyd Webber collection. Evade the enemy ships and missiles while picking up power-ups to boost your weapons. The enemies come in all shapes and sizes, including the massive boss fights. At the end of a track, you'll have a chance to brag to your friends about your score and work toward unlocking more gameplay options. Beat Hazard also features a visualizer-only mode if you just want to kick back and chill out to the pretty colors.
And now let's move to Groov. Instead of the gameplay following the track like in Beat Hazard, Groov's gameplay creates the track. This is a single-player game. Your firing speeds up and slows down in tempo. There are no power-ups. Your special move is a limited slowdown maneuver that can only be activated on the first beat of a measure. Each enemy is its own set of sounds that adds to the track as you tag them with your weapon.
Space not your thing? In Blaze of Glory you played Buck Forrest, an action hero being forced into retirement, determined to go out in a Blaze of Glory. That means killing lots of thugs and the occasional ninja. It's really your standard dual-stick shooter in a lot of ways. You start out with 3 lives, a simple gun, and waves of enemies. And you can do more as you pick up shields and new weapons. And that's where the game manages to throw in a few interesting twists, such as racking up combos by mowing down swaths of enemy with your laser, or clearing half the screen with the enhanced rockets. And another way it manages to separate itself from the rest is its cartoon style. The characters are a bit chunkier than your normal shooter, so it takes a little getting used to it first, but it only takes a few minutes of play to get into the action.
No indie dual-stick roundup would be complete without talking about I made a game with zombies in it. No, I didn't make the game. That's the name of the game. For 1 to 4 players, you play as a humanoid that shoots successive waves of zombies, amoebas, and more. Each wave coordinates to a point in the 15-minute musical epic that hilariously implores you to purchase the game for only $1. Power-ups vary from increased firing capacity and flame cannon to health bonuses and shielding. Better watch out, or you'll end up deads.
All of the games we've shown you today are available for purchase on Xbox Live Indie Games.
Simply sign into your console, go to Game Marketplace, scroll up a little bit, you'll see indie games. From there, go to all titles or genre shooters, and you'll find many of the games we covered today. You can also go to Xbox.com right now and download these games to your console from your web browser.
I really do like the music in Zombies, though.
Yeah, the cool thing about James Silva, his company Ska Studios is named for such because he used to be in a ska band. He actually played all of the instruments on that track and sang all of the lyrics.
He's also got a new game coming out in 2011 called Charlie Murder for Xbox Live Arcade.
So the cool thing about XNA is you can do a game as well. So for a little bit on how to write dual stick shooters, we're going to go now to Dylan.
The basic mechanic of the dual stick shooter is fairly easy to do in XNA. You can get data from the analog sticks through the gamepad state class, and you can do this in two ways. The first, you can register them as button presses, up, down, left, and right, which is good for navigating menus, but not so good for actual gameplay. The second way you can do this is with the thumbsticks property of the gamepad state class, and this will give you two vectors, left and right, representing each of the different thumbsticks. Those vectors will have x and y values from -1 to 1, representing the position of the thumbstick, with the 0, 0 representing the stick resting in the center. And you can take that value and you can put it through the Math ATAN2 class, and that will give you the angle of the thumbstick, which you can then apply to your player character's game object. That's the basics of using thumbsticks in XNA.
Alright, that about wraps up this episode of the show.
Visit us at GameMarx.com for reviews, more videos, and news on indie games.
You can also send us an email at theshow@GameMarx.com. That's GameMarx.com. Well, alright, how do you feel our first episode went?
Passable, I suppose.
Alright, well, you're the audience. Let us know. See you next time.